According to President Akufo-Addo, assuming responsibility means that African leaders must firstly facilitate the building of a new sustainable African civilization where there is accountable governance, respect for the rule of law, individual liberties and human rights, and where the principle of democratic accountability are guaranteed. This new sustainable African civilization, he added, requires that African leaders mobilize the immeasurable vast resources of Africa to resolve Africa's problems of poverty and development and free itself from a mindset of aid, dependency, charity, and handouts. He also urged Africans to initiate and implement policies that will encourage and empower the private sector to grow their respective economies within frameworks of macroeconomic stability.
When the private sector flourishes, and when our enterprises become competitive, not just on the continent, but also in the global marketplace, then can we create the thousands and thousands of jobs our teeming masses of unemployed youth crave. Thirdly, we can no longer remain producers and exporters of raw materials. We must add value to our commodities and create wealth for our peoples. Our dependence on raw materials has in fact increased in the past century. It is this dependence that feeds our dependence on foreign aid. We cannot be doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result.
President Akufo-Addo noted that the reforms being undertaken in Ghana in the management of the economy and in the governance structure should entitle Ghana to be a suitable candidate for inclusion in the investment compass that are the substantive outcomes of the G-20 African Partnership Summit Conference.
This will enable us to maximize our possibilities of economic growth, to deal with the huge problem of unemployment, the major social issue of our times in Africa.
President Akufo-Addo thanked German Chancellor Angela Merkel for putting the preoccupations of Africa's development at the heart of Germany's presidency of the G20, which has resulted in the convening of the conference of the G20 Africa Partnership on the theme Investing in a Common Future. He was hopeful that the conference will lead to the rapid development of the African continent and address the many constraints to Africa's development. Adele Kwesi Machtube reporting for Metro News.